guys, today we're going to be learning Master of Puppets. I'm going to try to break this down for you piece by piece and really slow so that hopefully you can work your way up to speed eventually. So here we go. So let's talk about tone first. I am using the Reamp software. I'll put the link to that in the description below if you guys want to check it out. It's like 10 bucks when it's on sale, and I think it goes on sale kind of periodically, pretty frequently. So I'm in there, and basically I'm using, what's it called? The amplifier I'm using in there is the EGNL Evader, so I think it's like a play off of like the Invader or something. So check that out if you want to grab a tone like that, but don't really stress out too much about tone. Just pick like a nice high gain amp, whatever you're using, and just kind of crank the gain, make the mids a little bit lower. Don't have to scoop them all the way. Turn the treble up, and you'll be good to go and get a nice tone for this. So it starts off with a simple power chord like this. So the counting is basically like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it goes into the riff like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go over that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we get into the main part here. So it's just palm muting, then up to the 12. So you're basically going open, open 12, open, open 11. Then you walk this power chord down from 10, 12 to 9, 11, and then to 8, 10. And hold it there for a little bit. So for the palm muting part, that's how you really get the Metallica tone. So I have like this part of my palm right there, and that's resting. It's resting like right above where the strings go into the bridge, where they're held into the bridge, and that's get that nice sort of chug sound. If you don't do that and play it kind of like this, you get like that big wide open distortion sound, which isn't really what we want. We want to kind of tighten it up. So experiment with like where you can put your palm, or maybe like more wrist, so you get that nice muted sound. So I would say from the beginning, practice this all downstrokes. Live tempo, he plays it all downstrokes, and it's actually quite a physical activity to play this riff up to speed. So practice it downstrokes, because that's how it is. So basically this riff just walks all the way down from 12, then it does its power chords, keeps walking down 7. But then once we get to the 5th fret, it starts doing every other. We're not doing 2 open strings in between, so one, 2, and then the 2, 1 frets 2 and 1 at the end. Those don't have an open string in between them. They just go right like this. And you can slide it, or you can pick it separately. So then that would sound like and I did it picked the first time, I slid it the second time. My habit's to slide it. I'm not sure why, it's just what I do. So now we're gonna get on to the next part, and it's still all down picking. So it's a nice symmetrical pattern. Open 1, 2. So open 1, 2. Open 1, 3. Open 1, 4. Open 1, 3. Open 1, 2, 2. Like this. So it does this again. It goes open 1, 2. Open 1, 3. But then here it does something different. It goes 1, 0, then you do a power chord 5, 3, and it slides to 2, 4. Then it goes back into that again. So and that's kind of how the riff goes. So let's look at that a little slowly. 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 3, 0, 1, 4, 0, 1, 3, 0, 1, 2, 2. then 0-1-2, 0-1-3, 1-0, then power chord 3 and 5 on the 6th and 5th string. Then it slides to the 4-2. So just like this. So now in this pattern for this power chord slide thing, it goes. So you do it like 3 times, kind of 1, 2, 3, like this. And then it goes right back into that riff again. So when you play it. So let's talk about speed, right? Because I don't want you guys to dive into this trying to do it up to speed right away. So your hand has to travel down the neck and then jump back up for the beginning part. So when you're practicing that one up to speed, I would say you want to practice getting down to the 1 and then play the 12 with your 3rd finger when you come back up. So hit the 1 at the end here, then 0, 0, and those 2 0-0s give you time for your hand to come back up, then plant your 3rd finger on the 12. So that's sped up. Let me do it slowly for you. So here's the whole riff at like the beginner speed I think you should try. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 2. So to start speeding this up, you want to take it in little chunks and not go too fast. Really, all you need is just a metronome and keep track of your daily speeds that you've been practicing. So let's say you start the metronome out at 80 or something, which is quite slow. Maybe you start out at 100 instead. And just keep track, okay, I did it one day at 100 5 times and it was great. So then I tried it at 105 and it was still okay. Then I tried at 110 and I was really messing it up. So then you can keep track of your speed progress. The only real tricky transition for this one is when you play that first power chord and you jump up to here. So make sure your hand's traveling there correctly. But after that, it's all about down picking speed. So let's talk about that part, because that was the part that was hardest for me, is getting that down picking speed. So this is really just going to be sort of a physical activity training. So you want to make sure that your pick's not doing too crazy of a motion. Right, because if it's coming off a far distance like this, then you're going to be slowing yourself down. So you want to take a look at your pick. You want the pick to come away enough so that you can strike it with enough force again. But it's going to create almost a circular motion. And when I do it, I do feel like kind of my bicep, tricep sort of tighten up. To get that speed going. So at first, you know, that speed should be pretty achievable. And he really doesn't go that fast. When I try to remember this piece, I always remember it going faster than it actually does. So make sure you listen to the recording and then try to match your speed to that when you're going for the final product. And that's going to be the best way for you to train that downstroke speed. So once again, my number one tip for the downstroke speed is just to make sure your pick is not coming too far away from the string, and just practicing it slowly, even slower. Try a little faster, a little faster. You should get to a point where you feel it going fast and it just feels like this continuous stream of notes instead of your hand constantly working or your wrist constantly striking the string to keep it going. So guys, that is the Master of Puppets riff. Really the most challenging part is just keeping that downstroke motion going quickly for such a long period of time from the beginning riff and even when he gets into the second riff of the song. Let me know in the comments below which parts are still tricky for you. Maybe you need some additional help. You have some extra questions on how this thing's supposed to work. Let me know in the comments and I'll answer you. So guys, I hope you found this video valuable. If you did, please hit the subscribe button because I'm going to be posting more videos like this. I'm a big fan of rock music and metal music and all this stuff, so I'm hoping to create some more tutorials on these genres in the future. So guys, thanks again for watching the video today. I will see you on the next one.